Unatazama Ndizi TV.
Good evening and welcome to Ndizi TV News at 9 p.m. It is the 5th day of the month of November 2025 and welcome to our bulletin Ndizi TV News at 9. My name is Chemutai Kirui. My director tonight is James the top scorer and my sign language interpreter is Lydia Mose. But before the bulletin, first we look at the highlights whereby Kenya faces major challenges and bold initiatives today. Security Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen briefed the Senate on rising crime and terrorism in the country, while First Lady Rachel Ruto and Princess Lala Asma of Morocco launched a cochlear implant partnership at Kenyatta National Hospital. Elsewhere, Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos Ogamba has warned against exam malpractice and the lecturers' strike has ended after 48 days. Welcome to our bulletin Ndizi TV News at 9. My name is Chemutai Kirui. Welcome to our bulletin, and now on our top story. In a crucial session at the Senate today, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen faced intense questioning from lawmakers regarding the current state of security in the nation against the backdrop of rising crime rates, terrorism threats, and inter-community conflicts in the country. Murkomen outlined his ministry's comprehensive strategies that is aimed at restoring peace and safeguarding all citizens. Senators pressed for clarity on actionable plans and timelines, highlighting the urgency of addressing the country's growing security challenges.
Which we are working with the Treasury to see some resources so that we can have a more targeted operation in that particular area. I am very confident, Mr. Speaker, if anything is to go by, if I have to go by what we did within the border of Marakwet, West Pokot and Baringo, that with greater targeted security operations, we will have more guns. We have reached 600 guns in that pretty small area. In this Meru, Isiolo, and Samburu area, I have a lot of confidence. Again, when we did the resource requirement, like Senator Lelegwe has raised, which is required to open up these Samburu areas, it's massive, Mr. Speaker. It's really, really massive. And there has to be a Marshall Plan. Banditry will not be sorted by just merely talking about looking for the guns and arresting people. The development is a key issue, whether it is roads, water, electricity, and education. And that's what is bedeviling parts of Turkana, Samburu, and Baringo, West Pokot, and Isiolo, and other places of Laikipia. So as a result of that, there are certain roads that have already been identified. The Senator knows that the road from Maralal to Baragoi is now going to be delivered in this, hopefully in this financial year, that the program will start. And there are about 6 or 7 key roads in that belt, Mr. Speaker, that when we get the resources, and it's massive resources that are required, we need about 3 to 4 billion to just open up roads without even tarmacking them. And Mr. Speaker, that is the challenge. It is budgetary allocation, and you saw in my summary that we are working on it. And I'm happy that we are, at least I have suggested that let's do one road to Mokogodo Forest, for example, and that will sort out one of the problems. Do another one to Malaso, and then to Baragoi, and then we do something in Tiati constituency between areas of Silale, and then we'll have made some great progress in this area. And that's something that the President is on it to get us the relevant resources through consultation between ministries. I will visit the place, I agree, in Buri. The Inspector General was there a few months ago, and the Deputy Inspector General was also a few months ago, so I will...
Also Also today, First Lady Rachel Ruto, alongside Her Royal Highness Princess Lala Asma of Morocco, today launched a groundbreaking cochlear hearing implant partnership at the Kenyatta National Hospital. The collaboration formalized through the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the Voice of Children Initiative under the First Lady's office and the Princess Lala Asma's Foundation aims to provide life-changing hearing solutions to children across Kenya, marking a significant step forward in inclusive healthcare and international cooperation in the country.
Today we gather for a moment that transcends medicine, a moment that speaks to the power of compassion, science, and shared humanity. For too long, silence has shaped the lives of many children in Kenya and across Africa. Children born full of promise, but unable to hear the voices that call their names. Parents who have never heard their child say mama or baba. Today, that silence begins to fade, replaced with the possibility of sound, of belonging, and of connection. Your Royal Highness, this partnership stands as a testament to the friendship between the Kingdom of Morocco and the Republic of Kenya, a friendship anchored in compassion and a shared belief that progress must be measured by how we serve the most vulnerable. Today, our two nations strengthen their relationship anchored on kindness, vision, and humanity. Let us remember, every restored sense, every healed life, every child who hears for the first time is a step toward a more compassionate world. May this partnership inspire us to listen more deeply to the cries of those unheard, to the need of those unseen, and to respond with action, generosity, and love. Your Royal Highness, shukran for your leadership, your friendship, and your heart. To all our partners, the doctors, the nurses, and the parents, thank you for believing that even in silence, there is a voice waiting to be heard. Together, we are ensuring that the sound of hope will echo from Kiambu to Busia, from Kisumu to Baringo, and all the way to Garissa in Kenya, and from Rabat to Marrakesh in Morocco, carrying their dreams across the world and celebrating the beautiful gift of hearing.
Elsewhere today, in a heartfelt acknowledgement of international generosity, Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale praised Princess Lala Asma for donating 70 cochlear implants to Kenyan children. He described the contribution as a remarkable milestone in expanding access to ear and hearing care, highlighting its transformative impact on the lives of families, classrooms, and communities. The ministry reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening universal health care, ensuring that hearing care remains a priority for all Kenyans in the country.
Implants and other ear and hearing care assertive technologies have been incorporated into the Kenya Essential Medical Supply List of 2023. We are also investing in workforce training, and we have built our local capacity. And I'm proud to say that our referral hospital are some of our premier institutions in terms of quality care and the dignity of the patients. Let me now commend our clinical team, the surgeons, the audiologists, the speech therapists, and the support staff from both Kenya and Morocco, whose expertise and compassion are central to the success of this initiative. Your tireless work demonstrates that Kenya can serve as a regional center of excellence for advanced medical care. To the families present, I share your excitement and hope. The ability to hear, whether it is a parent's voice, a song, or a laughter of friends, transforms lives. Today, under the leadership of our First Lady and Prince Lala, we affirm that healthcare must break barriers, must unlock human potential, and must enable every child to.
Now shifting from health matters to education, the Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos Ogamba has issued a stern warning to all teachers and examination center managers across the country, emphasizing zero tolerance for exam malpractice. This announcement follows the recent arrest of 5 individuals in Nairobi County who were caught impersonating candidates during KCSE examinations. Speaking from Dagoretti while supervising the national exam, Ogamba underscored the ministry's commitment to integrity, vowing that anyone found complicit will face prosecution and deregistration of the examinations.
It's regrettable that a few individuals have attempted to engage in examination malpractice despite repeated warnings. The government has already taken firm action against those involved, and these measures should serve as a strong deterrent to anyone contemplating to undertake similar misconduct. For instance, there are situations in Nairobi and other parts of the country where 5 or so people were arrested impersonating as the students. When we've indicated very clearly that this year's examination scripts are individualized in the sense that there is an actual photo of the student on the script. So when you send somebody else to try and do the exam on behalf of the child, in fact it is foolishness, because it is automatic that they will not be the same people, so they'll be arrested.
And also tonight on higher education, after 48 days of disrupted learning, the prolonged lecturers' strike has officially come to an end following an agreement with the government. Triggered by unpaid dues totaling Kenya shillings 7.9 billion, the strike affected universities nationwide. Under the agreement, lecturers are set to receive 3.5 billion Kenya shillings in the first installment, with the promise of the remaining payment to follow, ensuring that academic activities resume without delay and students return to classrooms immediately.
Taken long, but on behalf of the IPUCCF, particularly the Vice Chancellors and everybody else that has been involved in this, and on behalf of all my colleagues, Vice Chancellors who are members of the Joint Negotiations Committee, we are very happy that today this strike has come to an end. That was our special prayer to Parliament just yesterday, and today we have signed a return to work formula. We want to assure our partners that IPUCCF will work towards improving industrial harmony and ensuring that what we agree is implemented going forward.
We are really happy on behalf of the chairs of the councils for the milestone that we have accomplished today. We are very much going to implement to the letter of the return to work formula and assure you, the public, that all universities are prepared to open from Monday to resume studies.
We can.
And now on matters agriculture, the Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Chemutai Kirui, speaking in Nyeri County today, proposed a groundbreaking policy shift by recommending that individuals caught selling counterfeit seeds face charges equivalent to treason, citing the severe threat posed to national food security. Kirui emphasized on the government's determination to eradicate the persistent sale of fake seeds, protect farmers, and to safeguard the nation's agricultural productivity from acts that compromise both livelihoods and public safety.
A national security issue and should be handled as such. Those who are selling fake seeds should be held as treasonable individuals. It's treason, really. Because what happens when people in the country don't have food? You all know around the world what happens.
We are also going to establish demonstration farm where farmers will be invited to come and see what new methods of growing crops are available to be able to realize high yield for the purpose of attaining food security.
We know the sizes of our land because of the increased population are getting smaller by the day, and therefore we must start looking at production per unit. We must start looking at the quality of the produce.
And on matters national security, the Lake Zone Security Coordinator, Ms. Flora Moroa, has issued a firm warning to residents who are living in border areas regarding the possession of unlicensed firearms. Speaking today, Moroa highlighted the government's zero-tolerance stance on illegal weapons, emphasizing that authorities will take decisive action to curb the ongoing violence and killings linked to such arms. Citizens were urged to comply with the law or face stringent enforcement measures.
Tumekubaliana ya kwamba hizo bunduki zote lazima, na ninarudia, lazima tuzikusanye. Hakuna raia ambaye anakubaliwa kubeba bunduki bila kibali. Na ninataka kusema hapa kwamba kama unajua uko na bunduki haramu, kama unajua uko na bunduki ambayo ni haramu, tafadhali isalimishe kwa kituo ambacho kiko karibu.
Ikiuliza vyombo vya usalama, vyombo vya uchunguzi, vyombo vya CID vimefika wapi na wapi washukiwa ambao wameshikwa ili kuleta haki katika familia hii.
Nilipoteza mtoto wangu tarehe 10 mwezi wa 8. Na kwa uchungu mtoto wangu alipiwa marisasi 8. Na serikali haijachukua chukumu mpaka saa hizi. Ninalia, ninaumia mtoto wangu.
Enyewe mwanangu aliuawa kwa marisasi, kupigwa marisasi. Na mpaka sasa hivi serikali haijachukua hatua ya kushika hiyo bunduki ama kupata hiyo bunduki iliyomuua mtoto wangu. Ila nadai haki ya...
It is exactly 17 minutes into the hour, and Ndizi TV News at 9 is taking a commercial break. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we'll be taking you to Nakuru County, whereby students attended a counseling session 2 days after the national examinations, receiving guidance on good behavior during the long holidays. And in Homa Bay County, Oburu Odinga delivered an emotional rally urging ODM unity and encouraging youth voter registration. While also in Migori County, 2 suspended MCAs vowed to challenge their disciplinary action in court. The county is also set to host a memorial for the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, giving residents another chance to pay their last respects to the deceased. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back shortly.
Unatazama Ndizi TV. Africa.
Being healthy is a strive everybody longs for. Human beings will spend their time online searching remedies for conditions challenging them. Some will go to medical facilities seeking medical help, while others will use herbal means to keep their health hazards. I am Chemutai Kirui, and every week on Afya Yetu, we open the doors for life-changing conversations from wellness and nutrition, preventing diseases, managing chronic illnesses, and even mental health. We bring expert advice, real-life stories, and practical solutions that touch every part of your life. Join me, Chemutai Kirui, on Ndizi TV Africa Afya Yetu Health Show every Friday from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. and be part of the change.
Je, wajua kwamba mapishi si kazi tu ila ni sanaa? Njoo tujifunze mapishi mapya katika runinga ya Ndizi TV Africa. Hapa ndipo tunapika, tunajifunza, tunakula, tunasherehekea na kucheka kidogo. Ungana nami kila siku ya Jumanne kuanzia mida ya saa 2 usiku katika kipindi chetu cha Pishi Bora. Hapa ndipo tutakuwa tunapika vyakula mbalimbali ambavyo vitakuwa vinanukia, kama vile mchuzi wa nyanya, tunapika kuku kitunguu, tunapika wet fry na vyakula vingi zaidi. Njoo tujifunze pamoja na tulete ubunifu jikoni katika kipindi chetu cha Pishi Bora. Ungana nami Ronalfa katika kipindi cha Pishi Bora, tulete ubunifu jikoni.
Unatazama Ndizi TV.
Thank you for keeping it Ndizi TV Africa and welcome back. You are watching Ndizi TV News at 9. My name is Chemutai Kirui. My director is James, the top scorer, and my sign language interpreter is Lydia Mose. Now moving on with our bulletin. Just 2 days after completing their national examinations, over 3,000 grade 9 students in Nakuru County gathered at the Anglican Church for a specialized counseling session. During the session, the young learners were advised on maintaining exemplary behavior throughout the long school holidays. Education officials stressed on the importance of guidance and mentorship, aiming to ensure that students make positive choices as they transition from examination pressures to the holiday period.
Make sure that these children don't get lost because of peer pressure. Some parents are not there for them. They become as if they don't have anyone to take care of them. And that's why I've taken upon myself to counsel them and to mentor them. And I have seen the results because some of them I met with them in universities, some in high school, and they can appreciate the work which was done for them after the exams.
Tuko na what we are calling the rite of passage. Kwa wasichana tuna rite of passage ambayo ni mafunzo peke yake, hakuna jambo linafanyika, lakini pia tuna rite of passage ya vijana ambapo watakuwa na wakati wa tohara, na zaidi ya yote mafunzo ambao wanafunzwa tunaita wazee wanawafunza na Wakristo na wachungaji wanawafunza. Kwa hivyo nisema kwamba sisi holiday hii tumejipanga kwamba vijana wetu na watoto wetu watakuwa busy mwezi mzima kwa mafunzo, holiday mzima kwa mafunzo.
Hii tumekutana hapa leo, tushukuru Mungu. Hata kama mimi ni Muislamu bado nimejoin wenzangu kuwapatia ndio tuweze kushukuru Mungu kwa kutuwezesha kumaliza exams hapo jana. Tunafurahishwa sana. Yaani tumepitia jani mrefu sana kutoka grade 1 hadi 9 mpaka saa hizi. Tunashukuru sana Mungu kwa kutufikisha hapa. Allah ndio Mwenyezi Mungu. Tunafaa kumwabudu, si wote tunaabudu Mungu, si ndio? Ni kutuweza kutupatisha motisha. Kwa kama sisi wengine bado tujapitia mengi maishani. Wakubwa wetu wamepitia yote, wanatuelimisha, wanatueleza jinsi tutapoishi kwa maisha yetu.
And also in a political event at a highly charged rally in Homa Bay County, ODM party leader Oburu Odinga delivered an emotional address urging party members and the youth to embrace unity and to participate actively in the democratic process. Honoring the late Raila Odinga, he called on ODM leaders nationwide to consolidate their efforts, emphasizing that a united party commands respect and strengthens political influence. The veteran politician also appealed to young voters, encouraging them to register and contribute meaningfully to Kenya's political future.
His compound, and that became the end of him. He was resuscitated, but they could not. The doctors failed at the ICU. So be that as it may, let my brother's soul rest in eternal peace forever. Raila left us in ODM. This is the precious prize he left for us. He left us with a very precious gold, which is the party of ODM. And he left us with a message of unity. We have to unite And I'm telling people of ODM all over the country that if you don't unite, nobody will respect you. If you are a weak party, nobody will want to negotiate with you. But I'm also pleading with you, my people. Last time, you did not register as it should be. And I'm urging you, registration is coming. Please, my Gen Z, my age mate, my Gen Zs, please register as voters.
Respectively, alleged that their disciplinary action was unfair and politically motivated, arising from their questions about public fund usage. Meanwhile, County Assembly Speaker Christopher Rusana maintains that the suspensions were justified for threatening officers and spreading false information, with the matter now referred to the Powers and Privileges Committee for further review. Our very own Lennox Odede from Migori County tells us more in his report.
Just a day after the member of County Assembly for North Kadem Ward Samson Olima Obonyo and his Central Kanyamkago counterpart Eunice Odile were suspended from the Migori County Assembly for 30 days and 60 days respectively, the two have now vowed to move to court to challenge the ruling made by the Speaker Christopher Rusana. The MCS claim they were suspended for scrutinizing the use of public funds, particularly on matters relating to questionable payments.
On this same matter that we are talking about, the issue of payment, I have documents here at hand clearly showing that they gave wrong information to members, because they did not at any given time mention these payments.
As a person given mandate to ensure that my public funds are properly used, should I sit down somewhere, see all this money eaten at the expense of the people who do not have drugs in the hospitals, who do not have clean water to drink, who do not have roads, who do not have hospitals, who do not have ECD classes for our young learners? I cannot do this, and I want to say categorically that he has suspended us today. Actually, me, I was suspended for 60 days.
They insist that they were not given a fair hearing by the House leadership.
That we had a gross misconduct. Article 50 of the Constitution, our standing order number 50, requires that we are given fair hearing. Why can't they give us an opportunity to say why we feel that they are stealing from the public? The House is governed by laws, and we have what we call our standing order. We have standing order number 104, 109, that speaks to gross misconduct, or what we call disorderly. Those standing orders that I've quoted only gives the Speaker the power to suspend a member who is disorderly and has committed that gross misconduct. Only gives him a power to suspend such a member for only 3 days.
Stolen. Actually, there is a procedure on even how I was supposed to be suspended. One, I was supposed to be given a fair hearing first. A right to reply. Mheshimiwa, you need to allege this, you behave this. What are you saying about it? So they will say, I said this or I did this because of that and that. I was not given that fair hearing.
However, according to Speaker Christopher Rusana, the two members were suspended after threatening County Assembly officers and publishing false information about the Assembly.
It came to the attention of the Assembly that two members of the Assembly, namely Samson Olema Obonyo and Eunice Appiodi, conducted themselves in a grossly disorderly manner, contrary to standing orders of the County Assembly of Migori. Consequently, and as provided by the provisions of the standing orders, I gave them suspension according to what the standing orders stipulates. They threatened officers of the County Assembly, including myself, and they also published false information regarding the Assembly. Suspension from services means that for the duration that they were suspended, they are not supposed to participate in any assembly event. So there's no way they can come back before that suspension period is over. Moreover, for purpose of fair hearing, suspension is to put you on hold, on notice. I referred them to a relevant committee called the Powers and Privileges, which will look at their cases, and they can exculpate themselves, they can exonerate themselves through that committee. If the sentence they were given was too harsh, then they can present themselves in that committee and come back sooner than the suspension period.
The suspended members maintain that they will seek legal redress to overturn the ruling and ensure that they are taken back to participate in House proceedings.
This is impunity, this is abuse of office, this is abuse of power, and we are here to confirm to you that we are not letting this matter go. They have done it severally. This time round, we are going to court and we are going to ensure that he pays for abuse of office.
It requires that a member can only be suspended for 3 sittings. The first sitting was today. The second is in this afternoon. Tomorrow morning, I expect my suspension to be over. I am not going to stay home for those 60 days when the standing order is very clear.
Number 105 and 106 is very clear. The suspension period is determined by the Speaker.
Lennox Odede reporting for Ndizi TV Africa from Migori County.
And still on Migori County is set to host a memorial event at Awendo Green Stadium on Thursday tomorrow to honor the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. The gathering provides residents who were unable to attend his burial in Siaya County with an opportunity to pay their final respects. County officials and community members alike will join in celebrating his life, legacy, and enduring contributions to the national leadership and public service. Ndizi TV's Lennox Odede tells us more in his report.
Migori County has unveiled a plan to honor the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga through a memorial event to be held at Awendo Green Stadium in Awendo Sub-County. The ceremony, scheduled for Thursday, November 6, 2025, is expected to bring together residents from across the county who did not have the opportunity to pay their last respects during his burial in Asembo, Siaya County. Governor Ochilo Ayako noted that Odinga's burial was conducted within 72 hours, leaving many people, particularly from southern Nyanza, without a chance to mourn him properly.
Leadership. We have decided to invite all Migorians and all Kenyans who will have a time tomorrow to join us as we pray for this nation and the family of Raila, to join us as we gather and remember when Raila was with us and what is likely to happen when he is without us or we are without him. So on the request of all Migorians who may not have made it to Bondo, I think there is a lot to share about the life of Raila. There is also a lot to reminisce about as a county.
He emphasized that the memorial would give the people of Migori a moment to reflect on the legacy of a leader who dedicated his life to peace, unity, and democracy.
Was the ultimate peacemaker, the ultimate nationalist and Pan-Africanist. He believed in strengthening and stabilizing institutions. He believed in pushing for institutions to work for the people. If you look at the 10-point agenda that he signed with his friend and partner in the broad-based government, the 10-point agenda was about making our institutions work for people, young people and old people alike, rural and urban folks.
The governor described Raila Odinga as a statesman who played a key role in calming the Gen Z protest in June 2024, helping the nation to avoid potential political crisis.
Raila told them that the path must be the legal path, because if we opt for shortcuts and do an illegitimate regime change, we will never summon the strength and legal instruments to reset our nation. If we depose of our national leadership through unconstitutional means, if we topple Parliament through unconstitutional means, then nobody will have the ability to summon the whole nation and bring it back to order, what Somali has been unable to do.
He highlighted that the ODM party continued to work tirelessly to unite Kenyans, urging party leaders to strengthen the broad-based government initiative aimed at promoting inclusivity and stability.
The strategic direction that Raila left as his last instructions, and his strategic direction was that the people and members of ODM must continuously stay united and be close to the people. The people and members of ODM must work positively and also constructively